everybody, and welcome back to the channel here in Global Conquerors. This is not Conquest, this is a side, extra special video. But if you did watch this week's podcast, you'll recognize our guest below, former Global Conquerors co-founder, co-owner, Sean. It's been quite a bit of time, and this episode is going to talk about some origin type stuff, some backstories about the organization, and where it led up to from 2017 all the way to the great year of 2024. There's not really any script, so this is going to be very free
It's gonna be
flowing.
straight raw and straight from like what we have to say and what we think on the spot.
Not exactly,
So
but like we're glad to have this episode because you have the three main founders of this organization. You have what literally was able to make this what it is now. And we'll just start off like 2017. Sean, what was the idea when I came to you in high school?
I'm not gonna lie, you came to me and I thought you were crazy. I think I probably told you that this is an interesting idea.
Mhm.
I don't know how well it's gonna work, but I'm down for it.
Mhm.
Of course, we had a lot of big ideas we wanted to do because at that time I was heavy into Rainbow Six Siege, so that was something I wanted to try to compete in. And we tried to get something going on with that. We just tried to do so much at once.
Yeah.
And probably bit off more than we could chew. But I think it gave us a good learning aspect. It's okay, what do we want to do with the org? Because eventually trying to say, okay, we're playing Halo. We're doing Halo 5 tournaments. Not my best times, but it's all good with that.
Oh, most certainly. And then Angel, what was the idea when Sean and I came to you? What were you thinking?
all right. So I've known Sean. How long did I know Sean before this? A
I
couple
mean,
of
in
years.
6th grade in JLTC.
Yeah.
middle
So
school.
I've known Sean for a good amount, and we've had that connection. So we talked every time we saw each other, and then I remember Mokhtar. I met Mokhtar.
Yeah,
I think I was the first
introduced me to
person
him.
he met, right?
Yeah,
I was
you
the first
introduced
person
me to
he.
Mokhtar.
Okay.
Yeah.
So what's crazy is I met Mokhtar in my computer programming class.
Yep.
I was the first person he ever talked to or like got, and it was weird because our personalities were. I mean, me and Sean's personality are somewhat similar, but me and him not that much. So, but it was cool. I mean, obviously I was antisocial. He wasn't really talking to that many people. I'm not gonna be that guy. I wasn't, I really didn't talk to people. So I was like, I'm gonna go over there to talk to him. And then, this and that. We had conversations, this and that. I don't know what led to us talking about Halo. He's like, oh, I play this, I play that. I was like, oh, cool. And then I think we walked out of class and I saw, I'm like, hey, Sean, this is Mokhtar, guy,
No,
this and that.
that's not how it went.
No.
I don't remember exactly. I don't
Sean
know.
and I had like a weird secret.
Well,
like
this is how it went. Because for a while,
okay.
I wasn't in lunch with you guys. So for most people that don't know, I've known Angel since middle school.
Yep.
I met Mokhtar in high school, and I think it was, freshman year I met
It was
you?
freshman year, yeah.
Yeah. But we all had lunch together. And I was
That's
at the table with Angel, and for the longest time, I did not know Mokhtar. For some odd reason, this man would stare me down to death for no reason every time at lunch. I just knew it was the guy that always stared me down. And after a while, we actually eventually started talking, getting to know each other better, and just know we all like to play games. And it's kind of what led into starting to play games together, whatnot. Us getting more content creation. Also, I was doing on the side at that time myself, just by myself.
Mm-hmm.
And then it just built into, okay, now let's see if we can make an org and go from there.
Okay, so from my scene, once they met, they got more close. So they got closer to each other to a point where people thought they were brothers.
Yep.
So,
yep.
But they got really close. I mean, he got closer to Mokhtar than I did. But obviously, yeah. I remember one day y'all approached me, or y'all asked me, but we were playing games together when y'all were doing the org thing.
Yep.
So I knew about it, didn't think much of it, but it was I was like, I'm willing to, record videos with them, be in videos with them, didn't have a problem with it. Didn't think much of it. Till one day they approached me like, yo, how do you feel about being a part of Global Conquerors? And then, this is before any roles were applied. I think obviously they were the owners, and I was technically the first original player that they signed to the org, you could say.
Yep.
Or content creator,
contract that Mokhtar wrote up for you.
Mm-hmm.
I was surprised to see it.
Yeah, we had contracts. Obviously, as of the moment, I was just a player, content creator with them. So we sat down at the lunch table. We talked about the idea. Well, they talked to me about the idea, and yeah, I was like, I'm down. I mean, I've already recorded videos, so might as well throw myself in there. And because of them, I started streaming.
Mhm.
So I appreciate them. I mean, obviously, I don't stream like that heavily, but I've been like trying to get back into it and get better. But yeah, I didn't hesitate. I just said, let's go with it, and I'm down. And yeah, it was a learning experience. I mean, I got to learn about the esports they watched more. So I got into Halo because of Mokhtar, and then Rainbow because of Sonic, because that's what he was playing. So yeah, I guess it was like a crazy high school idea for that they had, and
Yeah.
we didn't think much of like we were gonna do much with it. But yeah, I was like,
Something. We even had a whole website, sign people, all that stuff.
No, yeah.
yeah. So
And
uh,
you guys talked about how you guys got roped into the org. For me, starting the org was very simple idea. I was deeply entrenched in Halo esports, and the HCS was like saying, "Yo, unlike other leagues, we're gonna make it super easy for anybody to get into esports and compete." And I'm like, "This is the time. This is where we get in. I just need people that I can trust and a brand." So I was like,
That
"What
was
can
a
we?"
funny thing about it.
No, it's super simple idea, like concept, and it's just like the name Global Conquerors. Why? Because we want to be worldwide, and our stupid little quote, we're gonna conquer them all. We're gonna be the best ones out there.
it wasn't stupid. It actually
It's a
was
funny little
pretty
like
cool.
quip, yeah.
But yeah, go ahead. Go
No,
ahead. Go.
the quip I made was what it was like. What, wake up, conquer,
Wait.
repeat. That
Yeah,
was my
yeah,
thing.
that was your thing.
Okay. All right. Now I need to know what. I mean, obviously I've gained with y'all, but what led to y'all asking me to join? What was y'all thought process like? Why did y'all choose me to join?
From my
I think that was
POV, it's very
Marco's
simple.
idea, to
Yeah,
be honest.
from my POV is very simple because us three were already like a trio group already. We already played most of the same games together. We knew each other pretty well. We trusted each other pretty well. So it just seemed like the logical conclusion, like us three should be the foundation of where we start and explode. And it seems that was the right call considering that we're still here. So
Even if I am doing my own separate thing, you can even go back just for the viewers that are watching this. Go to the channel, just scroll down to like probably the very first few videos you can find, and those will be kind of just us starting off with a lot of stuff. We have a lot of goofy like Overwatch videos and stuff. I still go back and watch those to this day. Those are hilarious.
Mhm.
Where we have Reinhardt's flying in the air, the Roadhog is in the air and stuff. And whatnot. So yeah, you can go back and just watch all those. Those are pretty fun to see.
Yeah, it's a pretty weird dynamic that we have because we all have different personalities. We're not all the same, but I guess our chemistry from playing a lot just meshed, and it just I guess it gave us like a good vibes for I guess to watch and to enjoy.
Mhm.
I
Yeah,
mean,
I
if
don't
you're not
think it's
having a
even
good
just
time.
playing a lot. I
Oh,
think it's just the fact that we were friends as well made it easier for us to be our natural selves in most videos in the game we play because nobody had to be put on this persona like, oh, I don't know if it's gonna like this or that. No, I was just being myself the whole time.
oh,
Whether I'm being an idiot or just doing something,
no, I'm just an
whatever, it's
idiot in
all good.
general. I mean, I'm not. I'm not. I'm
No,
just.
yeah, that's what definitely helped. Like we were all comfortable, so whenever we were streaming or recording, it was genuinely just us, and that did make, I think, some great moments. And to continue on with how the org like develops, I think like Sean brought up very early on, we did try to grow a little too fast. We tried to be that premier esports org in a year time. We said we're gonna make merch, we're gonna have content all the time, we're gonna sign streamers from around the world.
I just want to clarify real quick. That was all you,
I know.
and I told you at the time we're moving too fast.
It's just like
I told you at the time too.
I was lucky to find Inside Co because they were the only org willing to work with young organizations and offered a very decent price for entry and merch. So that was like an easy. Might as well weaponize it now because we can use it later. Then there was signing people. A lot of people we did sign were people that we knew in high school. Unfortunately, they were busy a lot of the time and weren't able to stay long term. We did sign some foreign people who did stay on long term, like Smithy, if many of you remember, in the UK, and he did stay for a long time. So.
Did you grab Smithy or did I grab him from Rainbow Six?
I think you grabbed Smithy from Rainbow Six because that was his main thing.
Yeah, I think I grabbed him from Rainbow Six. I had somebody else at the time. I had him and somebody else.
Mhm.
Actually, I think I had almost a full team. Then like three of them just stopped them, so that never happened. But also didn't have a full league for Xbox at the time.
And that was another thing. We would have rosters formed for different teams, and our most consistent roster was Halo because we would always find 4 people. COD and Rainbow Six fell apart all the time. Angel can tell you all the wait, I know.
Look.
I can tell you how he can tell you how I sabotaged him on COD accidentally. I thought it was a good idea at the time. It clearly was not looking back, but if you want to elaborate on that.
Do you want to talk about it?
Yeah,
I'll talk about it.
Go for it. Yeah.
So I was doing tryouts off stream on the low. I had my team, and Mark Tar. I think what's his name, Donovan.
Donovan, yeah.
I don't know who's that. Who is
Donovan Smith.
Donovan Smith, yeah.
Yeah, but who is he? Like, is he a friend or is he a family?
He was a friend of mine.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think he tried to hop onto the board of Global Conquerors as well and try to get some, like, I guess some, I don't know, some hype around himself. But obviously we weren't growing as like at all at the time. So my was like, yo, go ask Angel. And he came into my call and like, yo, Macho said I'm a part of your team. I'm like, what do you mean? Like, yeah, he said I could join your team. I'm like, so my tryouts didn't do much because he brought in his friends, and that's how we filled up a roster. We competed. We played in one tournament. We were frying. We fired, and then the first map, and then we got fried the last 3, and yeah, that 2 never happened. So after that, I just decided not to go at COD, and I told Mark, yo, I'm just gonna do content. And he was like, hey, I got an opportunity for you over at Halo. Come over here. So I made my
story with that.
Yep.
I made my so I switched from COD, I guess, and Pro, whatever you want to say, to Halo, a game I've never played competitively. I played it, but not competitively. And yeah, we played a couple tournaments, mainly a couple squads until. Yeah, right. Yeah,
we played up until the HCS went on its 4-year pause, so we were there for the most part. But the COD side died pretty quickly, and then I think Sean, you had a addition to add.
Yeah, go ahead.
A bit of a tangent to go off on. Speaking of Donovan, actually, this is more of a recent thing for me.
Okay.
Most you guys probably don't know. Donovan actually has 6 or 7 siblings.
Okay.
For some odd reason, when I was younger, like 18, 19, I started working at Zaxby's. I somehow started working with Donovan's older twin brothers. And did not know they were all related. So one day Donovan popped up at the job. I was like, yeah, those are my brothers right there. And it was just the most random thing ever. Because I had not seen him in a while. That also leads to another tangent that my sister recently just told me. She saw your dad like probably a year or so ago at this point, Malstar, and he recognized her. And she just told me about that. I'm like, I didn't even think he would recognize her.
Guys, just so you know, we have not really talked to. Well, we haven't talked to Sean in a long time because
it's been a few years.
He's been going through some things too, but it's been a while. So there's like we're all learning new things about each other. So
yeah, my sister just told me that like a few hours ago. At this point, it's like, oh yeah, I saw Matar's dad a while, and I'm like, huh? I was surprised the man even remembered me.
Well, it kind of helps that we all still live vaguely in the same area for the most part. So chance encounters like that.
Anymore.
No, yeah. But like chance encounters like that over the past few years were not necessarily like I've seen you at Zaxby's before.
I've seen him at Zaxby's a couple times.
This man always put an online order in, and I was like, yep, here goes Angel.
No, exactly. But to wrap it back, the COD team fell apart. The Rainbow Six team fell apart. We all coalesced towards the Halo side. Both Angel and Sean came on Halo, and we played with one guy. I don't remember his name, but it was one tournament.
Okay,
like 2 or 3 different people.
Yeah,
I hated all of them but one.
We played a tournament. We played against Elevate, which was one of the top 6 Halo teams at the time. And as we said in the podcast, we took a map off them in Oddball, but we ended up losing the series. There was some clashing of heads between our random player and Sean, and they both left Halo at that time. And you also had your aggressive Halo at the time too. So there's that. So we had a 2-player gap. So we filled in with Southward Mass, who stayed on for a few times, and Big Shot, who was a Halo 3 pro at the time. And the vibes were there. The tournament stats weren't there. And then they
Guess
benched.
What's so
what?
funny about
Hey,
that?
guess what? Someone wrote it.
Well, but before I say that,
The funny thing about that is even after I quit, there was a tournament. Y'all came to me. I need you. Hey, we need you to sub into this tournament.
What?
And I
That
was like,
was
come on, man.
that was after I
That was
got
like
benched.
reciprocity too, I
No,
think.
no,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah.
I got benched after we played. Like after we played, when you fought that dude or were arguing with that dude,
Mhm.
I played with that team, got benched,
Yeah, bench, and we got a
and
third, and that third roster stayed for a few months. We did play a few tournaments. We even had a coach who was based in Texas, and would like,
Blair,
hey, he would like coach us and stuff.
Blair.
So like we had a Halo team. It's just that after every game, they would be completely dead and didn't want to
No.
do anything.
Dude, Sean, listen to this. A guy who's played pro is talking about being scared to play against pros. Oh man, I'm nervous. I'm scared. Aren't you a pro playing against other?
My
You shouldn't
thing
be
is,
scared.
Halo was my first time competing. I wasn't even nervous going into it. I
I
probably
wasn't
had
nervous.
I probably had too much confidence going in there. Because I was just going, I would kill people, just die off a rip. Like, okay, you guys be like, what are you doing? I got it. Don't worry about it.
I mean, like it's fun to play it as like a normal ranked game, but then when you get into that mentality against pros, it's like never mind. They play this completely differently, and
Yeah.
it showed through in our gameplay when we had all of us on the roster times and when we had the other players as well. And it was really concerning, like Angel said, where they were supposed to be more experienced than us, but the people who were putting up kills and time on the leaderboard was me, you, and Sean. And it's like, huh, something not adding up here. And then it got to the point, like Sean said, where I got benched from my own roster. And they did even worse. Team disbanded, no Halo. Perfect timing though, because the HCS was dying anyways. And I think by this time you left the org to do your own content creation. Angel and I went to DreamHack. I think it was after me and Sean went to DreamHack the year after that. Angel and I went to DreamHack to compete in the Halo 2v2s. That went really well until you ran into the pro teams.
Yes. Okay. So before, obviously, we're gonna talk about like what we did, but we want to talk about, and people want to know what made you leave the org and decide to pursue your thing. Like, what was your thought process, and what made you go like, hey, all right, I gave it a try, and now let me try my own. Like, what was your thought process, and what led you to that?
Thinking back to it, my main thing was what I want to do and what the org is moving towards do not align in every single way. So I was like, I think it's best if I just move on to doing my own thing. Now, if I still am open to this day, if there is a possibility of me coming back, I might entertain it. I don't know because there's a lot more things I've learned just even from now. Because most people don't know when I left to do my own thing, I was playing I think Overwatch still at the time. So I'll be streaming Overwatch and I was doing stuff like that. Then like so the past 3 months I've been more of a variety stream. I've been playing a lot of different things from Roblox to Apex to Fortnite and just learning about what I can do with concentration myself.
Mhm.
And it's the past few years. The past few years also is like I've been off and on with it. The past few months where I've been more consistent with it. It's where I'm very close to reaching affiliate on Twitch, and unfortunately, I have to hold on my streams for a while until I can get them back up and running.
Mhm.
But I think just that disconnect mainly, and what I want to do, what the org wanted to do, was what made me feel like, okay, me being here is not being beneficial at this time. So let me move on, do my own thing, see if I can figure it out on my own. Hopefully, y'all are able to continue pushing what y'all want to do without me.
No, yeah. And like it's interesting because like as all three of us have brought up, the org, like we all have recognized, was growing far too fast between the span of 2019 and 2021, where we tried to be that premier esports team, and then it ended up hitting a wall where obviously without having any monetary funding in esports, it's hard to have players sign on consistently. It's hard to get into certain leagues that require a certain amount of sponsorship and whatnot. And it also came during, you could say, the first esports winter, and this was because of COVID, where money in the scene in general was just falling off. Some game titles were cutting off the pro leagues. Like I said, HCS basically didn't exist during COVID, so our main field wasn't there anymore. And having a lot of members in college, and with times commitments being an issue, also drove the org to run at that time. But rebounding back as a smaller team where we have been for the past year since we launched the podcast with our content has been a lot better. It's probably what we should have done in the first place, where it should have been just us three or maybe two more other members in a small form thing and grow a community. Because I think Angel's definitely noticed. I'm not sure if you have as well. The channel has actually grown pretty significantly from when it died 2 years ago to our resurgence with just 1 year of
Last year.
podcast and normal
In
uploads.
all honesty, I was actually on the phone with my brother last night because
Mhm.
I was telling him I was gonna be on the podcast today, and he and I were kind of talking about the things I like. I don't watch all the videos, but I do keep track of what y'all have been doing over the past few years
Mhm.
and stuff with the org. And I was just talking with him about things I've noticed. Like, okay, they're doing this, and going back to things I've learned over concentration. So I watch videos like you might know him, like you might know Harris Heller from Alpha Gaming.
Mhm.
Well, he goes to sell Senpai Gaming now. Most people might know him. There's stuff I learned from him and just stuff in concentration from in general that I've done myself. Me and him are going talking about it. I'm like, okay, maybe if this went this way, this goes this way, this would have been better here and whatnot. Maybe when we get off recording here, I'll probably let y'all know what some of the thoughts I had for that because I think it's stuff you guys can even implement to this day
Mhm.
that might help you build things a little bit better. But even then, and also one reason as well why I did separate is also when we had our streaming group, org at the time. At the time, I was the only consistent streamer of everybody,
Mhm.
and it made no sense. We have 4 or 5 people that we signed on as streamers,
Yeah, it's streamers. Yeah.
Yeah.
and me being the only consistent streamer is not building up enough to where it was. And I didn't have the knowledge I had now in content creation, so my streams would never get any views or just anything like that. I'd have no traction off of them.
Mhm.
Nowadays, I get somebody new I can show them, hey, do this. You'll get this done going the right way. It'll be just fine.
Yeah.
So
No, most certainly. And we have about 9 minutes left, so I do want to ask this question to all of you.
Wait, no, you don't gotta cut it off.
No,
You just
I mean,
let it flow.
no,
Let's
sure,
just let
sure.
it flow. Just let it flow.
Yeah. But
Don't
I
time
do
it.
want to ask this question to all of you, and it's just like personally, what do you think you learned from your experience here in the org? And I'll just go first, like to give an example. I feel like in the org, I've learned stuff from like how to be a streamer just in general. I didn't start streaming till the org was a thing. I learned how to network in the esports world without this org, especially us going into Halo. Half the connections that I know in esports would not have occurred if we did not do this. And I feel like that's also transferred over to my college life where I've been able to network at like job fairs and online internship interviews and stuff. So I feel like that's stuff I've been able to take away. So, what about you two?
for me personally, uh, I'll say more so I learned that I did not know everything I thought I did,
Hmm.
which I learned more so when I went off to my own thing. I should say the past 2 years have probably been the most I've learned in concentration and stuff like that, just in general. And that's outside of me going back and looking, okay, what did I do here? Because I've been uploading videos on and off with YouTube since like 2014 on different channels here and there. Like my channel right now, consistently, I think my last video I uploaded was maybe a Dead by Daylight video.
Hmm.
And just looking at how those videos are doing and trying different tactics and stuff, and just looking at how other people's videos are doing in general. Even looking at other streamers, like I said, like I was talking to you earlier before we started the podcast. I said that I had when I started streaming again a few months ago, I had a person with 1,000 views that would come in and raid my streams, be part of my streams. Person with maybe 30 views come in, raid the streams, be part of the streams just in general, and this random community coming out of nowhere just off the small things I did. And that's another thing I noticed as well, just recently. Threads is very good for Twitch streamers and content creators in general.
Mhm.
If you're a content creator not on Threads, I would suggest you get on Threads. Like the community on there is so vast, and there's so many people that doing content creation and just want to help out other people as well and collab with people in general. Since Twitter or X nowadays has kind of just delved into a weird field and died. So yeah.
Mhm. And what about you, Angel?
Well, okay, so I've learned a lot, like a lot about videos, editing. I mean, what's popular, what has attention. When I first started it, I mean, but I just streamed whatever. I didn't stream what was like the most popular thing. And it didn't take me it took me a while to understand like you gotta find what's popping, but you gotta be different and unique from everyone else because everyone's playing the same thing doesn't mean anything. They're not there to see. They want to see you be different from everyone else. That's how you grab attention. So, I noticed even with our videos on our channels, the videos that do the best are our Halo videos. What we started with. Obviously, we've uploaded other our podcasts and that, but what I've noticed is that, and I have to like man up to it, and I have to play is Halo. Halo is the thing that's given us the most traction. All the Halo videos have done amazing for us. It's caused people to view our channel, and it's caused our views to go up. So, and then consistency, and then obviously being yourself. Don't play someone that you're not comfortable, or don't that you're not at all.
Mhm.
And obviously I learned a lot from y'all, from telling me like this is, you should stream more, build an audience, because don't rely on just the org to build yourself. That's how you build the brand. That's how you build yourself, and also the people that you're with, and also the organization. And I understood, and I had to understand that.
Yeah.
So, you know, I learned a lot, and I'm still learning to this day. Obviously, Mark has helped me a lot, and obviously, what you've been saying too has, it's made me think as well. What could boost me and lead me up to another level than where I'm at now, right?
Oh yeah.
So, if you got to surround yourself with people that are willing to do that with you, right? So you got to find, or talk to people that are willing to at least give you advice, or at least give you a pointer. At least look for people like that, and just don't try to wing it, or try to look up videos on how. Look for people that are in that moment and in that flow, so you understand what they're doing, so you could do the same thing. And obviously, you meet people. I've met people because of what we do now, and like I said, I'm still learning a lot, and still a learning process. And I mean, it's a big learning process for in general, and it doesn't this doesn't just apply to content, and this applies to outside living as well. So I've learned a lot from the org. So the org has helped me develop into a better person, and also, I guess you could say, a better thought process towards things that you work or do on projects, stuff, work in general, homework. It doesn't matter. It's just the way you approach this helps in how I approach other things now.
Mhm.
So this content is new, but everything is the same. The way you approach things is how you're gonna approach it, and how you're gonna do stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm still learning. I still got a lot to learn. Obviously, Mucker's a great help, and obviously what you were saying and how you building your stuff. Um, I'm gonna take that to learning, so I learn something new.
Oh yeah.
Like always, you learn something new no matter what. One way or the other, someone's gonna say something, even if they're not talking to you, and you just listen to how they say things, or how they want to pronounce, or what they do. It doesn't just apply to the person they're talking to. If you pick up on it, you learn something new.
Mhm.
Oh yeah.
So just being in the right moment, learning, and taking it one day at a time, and not rushing stuff when you need to. I also
Hey, most
learned a
certainly,
lot.
most certainly. Yeah. If you guys have any I don't know, quick stories, funny moments you guys want to talk about. I'm trying to think of some.
I have funny moments from streams and stuff.
Sure, go
I
for it.
do have I have clips on them on my channel, but I think one of the funnier moments is uh I, bel- I can get very overstimulated, very excited sometimes when playing games.
Mm.
So we were playing Apex. I think it was me, Tap Out, and my brother. You might remember the name Tap Out, Mox. We still play with them to this day,
Okay.
which is funny. Um, I don't know what was going on. I think I just drank a monster or something. I had drunk monster in a long time,
Mm.
so it just got me super jittery to the point where I was just speaking I was speaking so fast, no one could understand what I was saying. It's like I was having a stroke the whole time during the game. Like I think I had 2 or 3 clips from it just going it's just like, what are you saying? What's going on? Are you okay? You having a stroke? What are you doing? Or we were playing Uno on
Mm.
stream, which ironically was actually a very good stream.
Mhm.
But there was a point in the stream where we just I think it was very late. we were in the game for like an hour or so because of all the rules we had set, and we decided let's try to vocalize the Halo theme. That was probably one of the worst ideas we've had. These tap out is like y'all need to stop right now.
Mm-hmm.
And we also one of my chatters there who's always been in my streams. His name is Taka, but we started this whole roasting battle
Mhm.
between us and him. So just be him and Chad trying to roast somebody and play the game, just going back and forth the whole time. It lasted that way for the whole stream. It was the funniest thing I've ever done in a while.
That is. Those are some good stream moments. I think for me, funny stream moments, because I usually when I stream, it's usually with Angel, and any funny stream moment probably is when we're playing ranked, and when we are just losing our mind because we have like we clearly are like completely out of it after 3 hours in and just want to die, but we still want to rank up at the same time, and it's just he can
This
tell
was
you all about
recent.
it.
This was recent, dude.
Like we want to we're like okay. We were so
what?
close, 20 points from going up to the next rank, right? And we would get
Yeah.
5 points away, go down 40. 5 points away, back and
Oh my
forth for a
God.
whole
That
2
sounds
hours.
just like me and my brother playing Apex with Tap Out.
It is the most mind infuriating things, and you can when you watch back, like you can see exactly why we lose. And half of the time, sometimes it is us. Half of the time, it is not us at all. Halo has something against winning, where like you will go on a win streak, and it will give you players who have never touched the game before, but somehow have the same rank as you, and won't do anything the entire match. And it's consistent around the board. People talk about it till this day, and it's infuriating, but it also drives out like the funniest moments.
Now, so yeah, that leads me to say one thing I say during my streams when I'm playing the game with a random is I wish Friendly Fire was on.
Oh God.
Just so I can get them out of there.
See,
so I can go do my own thing.
For me, for Halo, I wish it was gone, because Angel can tell you the amount of times where I've been doing fine, and a teammate will get pissed for no reason and kill me over and over and over again. We lose the game. No, I don't need it in Halo right now.
I could be the worst player in our team, and yet he would be the best player, and he would still get critiqued more than me.
Yeah.
Because of the way he plays the game.
You know what's funny is I'll be the one to CK you.
That is also true.
Yeah, and out of all the people, I would expect me to be the one and not him, but it ends up being him.
People don't like me on Halo for some reason. But what about you, Angel? Any funny moments?
Yeah, when we played Knockout City. You probably remember that game. That game was fun. It was a really fun game. It's sad that the game died, but I think it's obviously 3v3 we were playing, and we were down, I think 3, and they needed 5 to win. I think it was like 3-10. I think it's 3 to best of 15.
Mhm.
And you lagged out, and I start going off, and I would get knocked KOs after KOs, and I would start like when I'm getting like hyped, my voice will get pitched.
Mhm.
Obviously, you've heard it. Not like to like I start like squeaker like pitch, but like I'm like, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, like I start freaking out.
Yeah.
And I start making the comeback. I'm like, oh my god, we're about to win this. And then I try to make the play to win the game, not knowing it would be the reason we lose the game. We lose the game 14-15.
Mhm.
I'll ego chow a guy, and I cried on stream. Like I cried. It was bad.
I think as gamers, all of us have to like realize that like when we get hyped a little too much, that will also kind of be our downfall. I know you've seen it with me in Fortnite, where I will get really hyped, and then I'll make the dumbest play in the world because I'm like, I can do it. I can do it.
Huh, that sounds so familiar.
Yeah, I still do it.
Dude, go and watch the Fortnite Death Comp video. Most of them is him ego chow. When he heats up, he ego chows.
Oh yeah.
So
Y'all ain't still playing with me then.
It's a
Whoa.
habit that I have not been able to break. I'll be like on a 9-kill spree, and I'm like, I can do it. I can do it.
it's
Dead
just the
instantly.
first-person shooter mentality that everyone has.
Nah,
When
you want to know
when
one
you're
of the
heat-
funniest moments that I hate?
Hmm?
Is when I play Call of Duty with my brother.
Mhm.
And we'll be talking, whatever. He'll mention how he got killed in a certain way. As soon as he mentioned how he gets killed in that way, somebody will kill me in the exact
same way.
same way. Every single time. And every time he does, I tell him, shut up. Stop talking. There's a bad luck charm. Every time you speak, I die.
We've got two curses here. We've got your curse, and then we have Angel's curse, where if he goes positive in Halo, the whole team, including me, plays like trash. It is not intentional, I promise you.
Dude, I had to play like the worst player in the world to even win.
You can watch our VODs from the past 2 years. It is the most consistent thing on this channel. He will pop off like 16-4. Me, 11-20. Other teammates like not even shooting back. It's just bad all the way around. He plays bad. We win the game. We stomp him. He plays good. Impossible to win. Literally, it's the fate is sealed. The first 5 minutes, he starts popping off. It's just done.
Yeah, that's the worst curse ever.
What's your for you two? What's your worst gaming moment ever that you can remember?
I got mine. I'll say mine though. So you get time to think. 2v4 Halo 5 SWAT.
That's mine. That's literally mine.
I took the goddamn game. It was the worst. Could have been probably the best video that came out from our channel. It could have helped the channel if we came back and won that game. Two teammates lagged out, and it was 2v4, me and Mokhtar. And I think this is when we were on our SWAT grind, so we were playing SWAT a lot.
Mm.
Obviously, they were slamming us, and little by little, I don't know, we just go quiet, or I don't remember exactly. I have to watch the video. But
our comms focus in, you could mistake us for legitimate pros for a second because we were locked.
Yeah, I remember because I had to memorize the fucking the weapon timers and keep an eye on them because I'll always get the sniper.
Yeah, we were like really locked in on SWAT, and like we were down, like Angel said, because it was 2v4, and we bring it back where it's 49-49. We're on our roll, and it was literally the two teams come face to face at an intersection that was really unfortunate for us because Angel was in the perfect spot to get a kill, but he was also in the perfect spot to be killed. It was whoever reacted first. And he thrust it out of the way.
The thing, you gotta remember, I had just gotten out of a fight.
Yeah.
So that's the key thing. I dusted it out. Oh, dude, if I hate myself, but the play I made was a good play, but it was also a wrong play. And if I would have made the other play, like I said, good, bad play. And yeah, I'll never forget it. It's probably the worst besides that. I think getting spawn trapped by at DreamHack.
Oh yeah.
And yeah.
When we moved to the top 12 at DreamHack, we got spawn trapped by pros, ended up going on to win the whole tournament on arguably our best map in the game.
And then and now he's on Shop Rebellion.
Yeah, Shop Rebellion. Yeah.
Soul Snipe, that dude is a beast.
I think my worst moment is in GTA 5, which is a game I actually don't like to play really.
Okay.
We were doing a heist. It was me, my brother, Tap Out, I think either Ronald or Andrew at the time. And I don't know what part of the heist it was. It's like we had to hack into something.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, I go to hack into it. And at this point in time, if you try to tell me anything I'm doing wrong in the middle of the game, I will yell at you.
Mm-hmm.
I will cuss you out. Tap Out, for some odd reason, decides to test my patience with that and is continually berating into me about me not getting this hacking thing right. Mm-hmm. To the point where I just shut off my Xbox entirely and went to bed.
Ooh.
It ruined the whole heist for them because they could not complete the heist without me. So they had to all hop off afterwards.
It was that bad.
And my brother came up there like, "What's wrong with you?" I'm like, "Don't even talk to me. I don't want to hear nothing." Like, just fuck off. I don't want to hear nothing from any of y'all. That was just the worst for me.
Why don't you like GTA 5?
I don't know. The game never really appealed to me. Like, just mostly like I'll do the heists and stuff, but as for people that they'll go buy a whole bunch of cars and stuff in the game and whatnot. I don't really get all that. Like, my friends have recommended, like, let's play GTA RP sometime. And I'll tell y'all this. I'll tell everybody this. If I ever play GTA RP, the only thing I would do is go around and just be a hitman assassinating people. just the whole time. That's all I will do
Okay.
because I don't see any other purpose in the game. The only other moment I can say that I've had was bad was our Halo 5 tournaments.
Yeah.
That moment was hilarious, bro. You yelling at fighting with that, it was hilarious.
Bruh. I don't even remember all that was said. I just know I was so mad at that guy, bruh.
If I didn't turn off my stream, I think we turned the stream after the game.
Yep.
But if we would have left it on for another couple minutes and we uploaded that part of that thing would have been hilarious.
Like, it probably would have went viral for
It
us.
probably would have
Because the thing is, I can still get angry like that to this day. Like when I play Apex with Tap Out, this happens on stream a lot. I will literally cuss Tap Out if he does something extremely stupid. Because he's been playing Apex with me since day one, pretty much. So you're going on 5 years playing this game, and my problem I have with Tap Out is he's a very unconfident player. And the thing I hate people is you don't have confidence in what you're able to do. So I know what he's able to do in the game. He just does not believe he can do it. So I usually have to cuss him out just getting like, come on, man.
No, yeah,
And
definitely.
it's the most annoying thing will be a Halo 5 and GTA 5. Worst times.
It's kind of funny though, because like, despite how any of us think about Halo, we all have a really good and a really bad moment from that game. It's something that unites like our experiences.
The good thing about Halo was it helped boost some impressions for the org.
Oh yeah.
We could get some looked at because of it. So,
but I also think what we were able to do is everybody has such different styles, especially with me being a sniper, but not really just a Halo player like that. Still being good with a sniper and Halo was something that most people probably weren't expecting like that.
No, yeah, exactly. And then the same with Angel, where his main game is COD, but he can come on Halo and he'll do just as good as, if not better than, half the people online. And then me, where it's my only game, so that
I think it
says
was
a bunch.
funny when I hopped on. I think it was Halo Infinite. We hopped on for rank for the first time, and I matched plat with you almost instantly. And it was, I think it surprised both of us. I'm like, okay,
dude,
just random out of nowhere.
Yep.
Fuck the Halo rankings, dude. I get disrespect. I get put in gold, silver. Disrespect.
My first rank on Halo Infinite was plat right off the bat.
I think mine was gold.
I think all of our very first ranks were high, because my first rank in Halo was plat and I was able to get a diamond. You started off on plat and got to plat 6. I don't remember what Sean got to, but we started off.
Playing, to be honest.
Yeah, we all started off very high in Halo, but ever since they tweaked the system, and it's been a constant complaint in the community for 2 years now, that the rankings, they don't let you progress. They want you to stay exactly where you rank at, and it's been
that was
an
the
issue.
problem Apex had for a while. So now with Apex, they changed our ranking a little bit, so I can actually rank up a lot faster, which I'm kind of mad about because I probably could have hit Pred this season on Xbox if I was able to keep playing at this time, but unfortunately cannot right now. So.
But Halo still, Angel knows, Halo still has the same system where if you've had that one bad ranking for one season, it will keep you at that forever. I have not been able to get past plat 4 in about a year and a half. Angel hasn't been able to get past plat 2 because they set him back a lot. Despite, we will get into lobbies where it's all diamonds. We'll play just fine, if not better. But we will barely go up. But when we lose against a team that's supposed to be equal to us, it'll drop us by 12 points. And it's not just us, it's the whole community. And
yeah, and that's the biggest thing with that, because Imperial Highly says the best when it comes to just competing. Rank doesn't matter. That's why Apex is a requirement for you to be just to play competitive. You have to be Silver 4. Silver 4 is now probably the third bottom tier. So it goes from rookie to bronze to silver. Then above that you have gold, platinum, diamond. You have masters, and then I think they added a champion rank or something like that. Then you have predator.
Okay.
But you have to be silver, which is pretty much bottom of the barrel for ranks. But even Apex knows it does not matter. You don't have to have a specific KD. You can have the worst KD in the world. You don't have to do anything. You just have to have that rank in order to compete. Only problem was that the competition not open the console, which is one reason I never did it. Hopefully I can switch over to PC at some point and do that then.
I've seen a close friend of mine playing those. He played the game a lot. And he was pretty good at rank, but I told him, like, bro, just because you're good at rank doesn't mean anything. If you don't, because I see him stream, right, and he plays good, he shoots good, but they don't communicate like how you would expect the pro Apex team So they signed up for a tournament.
Yep.
I told them, bro. I was like, I wish you luck, but you are not gonna do good. And like I mean this with all due respect. You are going to get slammed.
Gotta be honest.
Since then, I haven't talked to the guy, and I feel bad, but not really. Because I told him. But you can't play Apex competitive and Apex regular the same. You just can't. You need to know
It's impossible.
rotations. You gotta know rotations, the timings, when to fight, when to avoid fights,
It's
what
not even
loot's
just
good.
that as well. It's also people have certain weapons and stuff they use better. So you have to take that into account. Just so to take into account, okay, what POI am I going to land at? Because another team might land it. So do we have to contest this team, or do we just give it up and go somewhere else?
Mhm.
Okay, now that we have this POI, now we have an upgrade system in the game. What legends do we want to run for this? Right now, the meta is like Caustic, Bangalore, and Bloodhound.
Yep.
His Bloodhound scan, Bloodhound ult can see through smoke. So those three characters go very well together. But yeah, TSM, they'll run that on like World's Edge. Then they'll go to Storm Point, and they might have a Valkyrie with them. So they'll have like Bangalore, Bloodhound, Valk. So they can fly around with that. But you have to decide, okay, do I want to play in zone, play in circle all the time, sit in the building? Do I want to play edge where I'm always running into zone, always running into teams that way, and just how to do everything?
No, yeah.
There's so many different key aspects you have to think of that most people don't even realize. Most people don't even know I know most of the stuff. I study the game religiously. Like I watch TSM all the time. I model my IGLing skills after Imperial How. So just in general stuff like that, which is one reason why I really want to compete because I feel like I could give them a run for their money, give them the time to do so.
No, that's what
You gotta
makes
have
the
the
big
confidence
difference.
too.
Yeah,
You
you
gotta
have
have
to have the
confidence. It doesn't
confidence.
matter. It doesn't matter. You if you say you're the best, you're going to play. Like you're gonna prove it. You're gonna show it. You want to show it. You gotta have confidence. I mean, it doesn't matter what it is. If you think you're bad, no, don't think that.
That's
Confident
my
that
problem I
you.
had with my teammate Tap Out, but I proved that when Mark and I used to play Overwatch, and I was one of the top Hanzos on console.
Yep.
And people never believed it, but it was actually a true statistical thing. I was in the top 1% of players for Hanzo. I'll hop on Overwatch 2 to this day still and still destroy lobbies.
No, yeah, there's
It's
that,
like
and
how
that
I used to.
when I was playing with you at the time, I wasn't that good at Overwatch, but I was able to grind enough that I ended up competing for the UJ Overwatch team. Like, you have to put in that time, that effort. You have to commit. You
Yeah.
cannot just be like, I will do it. You actually have to go out there and do it. If you don't, you're never going to improve. So.
And yet,
People say having an ego is a bad thing. Sometimes it can be a very good thing.
it gets good because you could push yourself. You push your teammates. Like, hey, like he might sound like a scum dude, but like if he's telling you like in a certain way, the way he delivers his message,
Yep.
it's important. Like he's not yelling at you because he thinks you're bad. He's telling you. If someone doesn't tell you something, they're not wanting you to. If someone is giving you critique, they want you to get better.
Oh,
Best
yeah.
example of
That's
that. Just look up Imperial how rages,
Mhm.
and you will see how he is with his teammates. He will break into them,
No,
but
yeah.
they will understand. There have been some times when he was like playing with Snipe Down. Snipe Down told him to shut the fuck up. Like Reps has told him to shut up. The only one that had even their newest teammate Verholst is like, okay, bro, you need to chill out. And just even in that, also, Al a lot of the time that when he makes a mistake, I feel like that's on me. All right, cool. People can't do that nowadays. I see that with a lot of people like they'll put the blame on somebody else and not want to put the blame on themselves.
Mhm.
Hal's one of the few IGLs that was like, okay, yeah, this was my fault. I shouldn't have done this. And it was also his decision for TSM to get a coach as well because he knew that just off his IGL alone, TSM was not going to keep going so far.
Mhm.
So that when he had TSM pick up Raven, and Raven has helped take them to new heights. So with that, I think they won the championship 3 times in a row now, and then they just won one in Japan, and they might go again to win the one this year.
I
So
mean,
it's like,
yeah. I mean, it's also like what I like about when I play with Angel, both in COD and Halo. Like when I was bad at COD and he wasn't the greatest at Halo, we would go into games and we would make sure that after the game, we would like ensure to point out what we did wrong, how to improve, how to do better, and it clearly has benefited both of us. I arguably am better at COD now than I was back in high school, which was atrocious. He's
I gotta
arguably
see that.
Oh yeah, it was bad, and he's
I know how
arguably
it was.
yeah, and he's arguably way better at Halo now than he was during the Halo 5 days. Like you can see, especially from our communications and taking the time to point out mistakes and learn from each other instead of just ignoring and be like, "It's fine, I'll do it better." No, you actually learn and pay attention.
Well, I mean, you learn. I mean, this goes for anybody. You learn your teammates' tendencies. I've learned, and Moxer could back me up on this. And I mean, hopefully we game one day, Sean. But my cons from back then till now are like night and day. Moxer could hopefully Moxer could back me up on this. But my cons have improved from back then to now to a point where like if I tell him something, he knows what I'm doing, what I'm telling him, or who's pushing. I literally said, "Yo, someone's pushing in like 2 seconds." Boom, 2 seconds, he's there. Like I learned to like call out better, maneuver, and make plays while he knows what I'm doing. And sometimes we don't have to tell each other. We know what our tendencies are, and I mean, that's what you get for playing a lot with somebody, and you
Yeah,
understand that.
that's something I've seen as well. Like when I play Apex with my brother, we'll be playing ranked.
Mhm.
Well, me and him as a duo with a random. He and I don't really have to say much to each other, where we know what each other's going to do. Like my tendencies, y'all know them most things. I'm a rather aggressive player that hasn't changed, but I'm also smart about how aggressive I am.
Mhm.
My brother knows that in a lot of ways, so he'll play in a position either back me up or in most games I snipe. So he'll play in a position where he knows I can see him and help snipe the better on him. And if he messes up with that, he's like, "Yep, that's on me. All right, I'll figure this out." Sometimes it can get heated between me and him because, of course, that's my brother.
Yep.
So that's just the brother rivalry, how that goes.
No, yeah. Well, both of you have said, when you play with somebody for a long time, especially in an FPS or a competitive setting, once you understand that very succinct rhythm that they have, that they go through when they go through the motions in a game, you can play off of that without having to say a single word. It just comes to you like that, and it's perfect. And that's what's great about a team. And that's what kind of, since we are talking about the org, kind of sucked when we had a competitive sides is when we had teams, they would disband after one tournament. There was no room for just standing by,
Improvement,
learning, and going.
communication. I mean,
There'd always be a player gone after every single round, and it's just like, how are you supposed to build any sort of trust and any sort of rhythm when it's always a new roster every game? That's
Yeah.
impossible. But yeah,
I mean, um, kind of side up, but we kind of like falling over, but obviously, like I said, you learn people tendencies. Just communication is what's important. Building a bond of trust with somebody, so you like know what they do. Um, Obviously, if you need to make changes or adjustments, you're gonna speak up. Like obviously, you when you trust somebody, you and you have to speak up or you need to make a change, I know that person's gonna listen to me. So if like, yo, let's slow it down, we'll slow it down. Or yo, you're going too fast, or you're uh you're tweaking or you're tripping, like yo, just chill, like relax.
mm,
Like or like
Yeah,
don't push
it
this,
makes
don't make
sense
this
with that a
play.
lot. Yeah,
Um
sometimes when people playing games, they kind of get into like a flow state.
mm,
They're just kind of going off of a flow. Sometimes you have to be like, "Hey, chill out," so they can come back right. Oh shit, let me get right real quick. Let me
yep.
pull myself back together. You have to have that. Otherwise, that person's gonna either ego child somebody, die off the rip, or just do something stupid that ruins the whole game for you.
No,
yeah,
it's
yeah,
the. Go ahead.
usually like if I know he's hot, like I'm like, yo, go rogue, go do your thing. I'll let you do what you got to do. I'll play support if I have to. If I know if you're going off or you're going, I'm gonna let you. I'm gonna let you fly. I don't care. I'll do what I have to do. I'll play dirty. I'll play support. I'll do it.
Yep.
But if I know my teammate is like he's hot right now, you gotta let him do what he gotta do. I mean, to an extent. Like obviously, like yo, don't like I get you're like overheating, but like yo, back up a little bit, like back up, or like don't push. You could this could lead to this that. You just gotta obviously if they trust you, they'll listen to you. It's just a trust you build with the duo, your teammate. Um, so yeah, just communication is the key. I mean,
Yep.
I feel like we've learned to do that a lot more between both of us, and as I mean, it's helped us grow the org a little bit more, and we instead of like just going in and doing stuff, we obviously we're more organized now. We have scripts or like what we are stuff we were gonna do, what we're gonna record. Um, so I mean, we're more organized than we were back then.
Mm.
Obviously, everyone's
I've
grown from
noticed
their
as well. Yeah,
experience. Obviously, we've all grown from our experiences from each other and
Mhm.
what we've learned ourselves. So I mean, the org. I guess you could say the org has helped a lot, um, personally for each one of us. And obviously, Sean did his thing. He got comfortable with the camera and streaming, and then building his stuff and his brand. You know, and then obviously Mokhtar, he went on to do his thing. He got his affiliate, built the org. Uploads this and that. Obviously, I'm learning still. So this is all new to me. I've been doing it for a while,
Mm.
but it's
Yeah.
always good to surround yourself with people that that could help you with that. So
Oh, most
Mhm.
certainly, most certainly.
good. This org has done a lot for us, um, all of us individually, and still here, surprisingly, after all the on air, still here kicking, and it's gonna be taken care of the proper way.
We'll all be
So
soaring to new heights soon.
new heights.
Exactly. I mean, like
Yeah,
I
no.
said, this is 2017. It's 2024 now. We're quickly approaching the 10-year anniversary
Don't
of.
don't remind me
Look,
of
look,
that.
think about it.
No.
We're soon reaching the anniversary of when all of us became a friend group and when the org was founded. And then 2 years after that is going to be our high school reunion. We will be old people with jobs, with
See,
homes.
it sounds so weird because when you mentioned 2017 around that time, I was 16, 2017 December.
Hmm.
I'm 23 now. So it's like, what in the world is going on, bro? That's why I was 24 in December. It's like life has just gone so far ahead in so many different ways. It's weird to think about.
No, most
Like, I
certainly.
didn't even, just thinking that I'm in my 20s now, but I'm in my mid 20s. It's like, okay, this is weird, bro. This is way too weird.
That there's that, and also like I feel like all of us have definitely experienced this, especially after high school. Like, this is a little detached from the org, but same thing. We've all experienced after high school a lot of friend groups, especially IRL friend groups, have kind of dissipated as people move on with their lives, either move cities, go to different universities, just whatever they're doing. But
There's just
despite that,
different ways people had to do things. Like me personally,
hmm,
shortly after graduating from high school, unfortunately, I had to move into a hotel, which I lived in for nearly 4 years
hmm,
before I moved out in June of last year.
hmm,
And I have been out since, which I've recently had to move back in with family, but I'm not still back with my parents. I'm actually with my aunt and stuff now, just because of random life situations now and all the stuff going on. I'm just seeing how. Uh, the funny thing is how this even started was the only reason I texted you on Instagram, Mokhtar, about doing this in general
hmm,
is I happened to see when you guys uploaded the podcast the other day. And I was watching and I'm like, okay, this is interesting.
hmm.
Let me. I've had this thought before for the past year. Let me see if I can hop on there with them because I think it would be cool to have an extra guest on there, but also just give different ideas of things and different things that y'all might not know. Because I know Apex is one thing I haven't seen y'all talk about,
Hmm.
but it's one thing that I've been big in, and just most games like that myself,
Hmm.
and then everything else, and all more things I can help provide different ideas and stuff and things I've learned about that.
Hmm.
So it's just interesting to see how it all ties around and goes back together to being all that, all like that.
No, yeah.
So
Go
let
ahead.
me ask you this question: since you left the org till now, what has your your thought process of like how the org has grown a lot compared to what we were trying to do? Like, what was your thought process like, and what like you had to like what are they doing that's helping the org now than when we were trying it the first time?
When I left, I'm not gonna lie, I kind of thought you guys were beating a dead horse. I don't
I
see,
mean,
I don't
r-
see what we're doing is gonna get anywhere. Then it got to the point where what was it like a year and a half ago, where you're like the org is
so-
ending, then y'all came back, and that's when I saw a switch. Then
Hmm.
was it was very late in it, but it was also switched. It was okay, y'all left or whatever. Came back. Oh, surprisingly, we're back with it. Then y'all started the podcast. And that's when I started saying, okay, now they're doing something a bit more different.
Hmm.
Okay, I see they're doing different types of games now. Okay, they're venturing out to something more so than what they have started off with, which in some cases can be very bad, some cases can be very good. In this case, it's kind of in the middle. It's neither good, it's neither bad. You're getting some traction from it, and it can get better from here, it can get worse from here. There's no way of telling. But I see nothing but positive from here as y'all learn more of what you can do to help bring the org even higher, and even just yourselves. Because I will say this is one thing I noticed that I was talking to my brother last night about. You personally, Mokhtar, on your personal channel, have 4 times the amount of subscribers than the org channel.
Yep.
But all the content's been put on the org.
On the org channel, yeah. I haven't spent much time working on my channel because I've been working on the
I
org.
My thing is, and me personally, I'll say this on video. It doesn't matter. Me personally, I think it will be interesting if you have the stuff for the org, yes, but if you also have your own stuff as well, that people can find stuff just based off of if they want to just see you.
Mm-hmm.
And then, okay, he's also part of this org. Okay, now I can go over here and see, okay, they're doing something over here with this other person. And now
Yeah.
there's this other person. Okay, let's go see what he's doing. So now you have a triple way of getting all people to look towards one thing
Oh yeah.
through
Yep.
multiple different eyes, multiple different lenses.
Mm-hmm. No, yeah, I definitely have to get back to my own YouTube channel. It's unfortunately been sitting there dormant for a bit, but I do gotta get it kicked back at some point.
Yeah. Well, trust me, I do the same.
Yeah, man. I mean, after like on my serious, like I really thought after high school, I didn't think this was gonna do anywhere. Like it wasn't gonna go anywhere.
Mhm.
I thought we would just, I mean, stop talking to each other. This thing would have left dead. Um, yeah. I mean, obviously we continued it after high school. I mean, we did as much as we could.
Mhm.
Obviously, what was the hardest? We did just didn't have funds, which didn't help. And then obviously when you left, um, kind of like left Mokhtar in a little bit of a hole. Like he asked me, yo, what is your opinion about becoming like a co-owner and like trying to like do what we got to do? And so yeah, we did. We got players, and I feel like we were just rushing stuff, and then to get everyone on board to do things, it was really hard. Obviously because people weren't getting paid salaries, they weren't getting cuts, there was no contracts coming for fully. It was just trusting a process, like allowing someone to trust the process and build this thing with us together.
Yeah, trust in the
Yeah.
process, but there's no proof of it, unfortunately.
So yeah. So obviously you kind of notice our content just like shifted between just me and him. Towards like after like we released people, and then we just decided to just just us. And yeah, Mokhtar's like, yo, we're just gonna shut the org down and work on our own project. We'll do collab videos for our personal channels and this and that. So we shut down the org. It was only shut down for like what? How long? A
It was
month?
only like
2 months?
2 months, and then I was like, "Yo, you want to start the org again?" And he's like, "What?"
Yeah, yeah. So we sat down on
Got high school flashbacks. Like, wait, what's happening again?
yeah, it's threw me off really bad because I was at work and I wasn't expecting like I have to talk to you about something.
Yep.
And I was like, yeah, let's think about it. Like let's really think about it. And it was a good thing because we uploaded the return that we're returning, and then a month later, within that month period, I got blessed from the heavens, bro. Someone sold me a PC for 500 for good enough to stream, create content, do stuff, and it was like it was like perfect timing.
Yep.
Because without my PC, we wouldn't be able to do these stuff now, like record videos, do even the podcast. So I
Yeah.
told Mark Turf, how about we just upload podcasts because it's something we could upload consistently, get some type of attraction, and go from there. And we'll figure out what a plan and this and that. And yeah, we took another gamble, and it paid off. It started off really slow from the beginning, but after the third, fourth podcast, it started like getting traction. So um, we committed to something for now, and then we told like, yo, we're gonna expand. And then obviously we have the Fortnite videos here and there, the Halo videos here and there, and obviously we just started releasing a Minecraft series, which we can start recording those now because they fixed it.
Yeah.
They fixed it, but the worlds are gone. But
Your
yeah, I
worlds are
mean, I
gone.
told.
Mine are still here.
Anyways, we talked about it before. We were like, yo, let's take it slow. Let's build off something as a foundation first and go off from that. So like I said, we became a podcast channel for a bit, and I told Mark this is not what we're gonna go off with the whole time. It's just something we can upload consistently, and let people get inside of like why we came back, what we're doing, this and that. And yeah, and it's been I guess our most consistent thing we've uploaded, and it's something we're still planning to upload. And now with you hopping on board as our first special guest, who knows if it could be a permanent, I mean, move now. We don't know. But with that, I mean, this opens the gates to now invite, like, my goal, hopefully, if I can contain the man, invite Brian onto the show because he's been wanting to join, but I don't know how controversial that dude could be depending on how he is that day.
He needs a
But
bit of a filter before we get him on the show. But
so
Yeah, one thing I heard that you mentioned was the hole I left behind for Mokhtar, and I understand what that is because when we started the org, Mokhtar had more of the business mind for things, and I had more of the creative mind for okay, let's do this, let's do a video like this, like the Overwatch stuff, like the little random shenanigans and stuff we had were custom games that I made. Granted, people gave me ideas for, it, but it was me going, okay, hang on, let's go do this real quick, see how this goes. And those are probably some of the funnier videos that we have on the channel to this day. This was the random shenanigans and stuff we had, especially the Widowmaker stuff we did, which I'm still better than you and Mom, so I don't worry about it. But
I am an Overwatch main tank. That is all I do. I do not care about DPS at all anymore. But yeah,
I'll be
that's
right
definitely
back.
true. And I think especially one thing that's been very consistent for our channel, like you said, the podcast is very consistent, and we've just become consistent in general. We have always on Tuesdays is either the Minecraft series or some gameplay, and then always on Thursdays is the podcast. And if we miss it, we have something that's a replacement. So that's one thing that has helped 20 times over, is just being straight, consistent, week by week, month by month. The other thing is YouTube branding. Our YouTube branding on thumbnails is more attractive now. It has more clicks on metrics on both Twitter and Instagram and YouTube. Our content editing skills, fortunately, between Angel and I, has gotten better. If you watch our recent videos from Minecraft or Fortnite, POV switch more seamlessly. There's no more audio blending. It's like everything around after our experience of 7+ years has fortunately improved. And I genuinely think if we continue on this track and continue to innovate while being consistent, will allow the org to blossom and grow year over year. So.
yeah, and obviously, I don't want to like hype myself or make me like I hope I relieved a lot of weight off his shoulders from editing videos. The reason why we didn't upload a lot is because he was always recording all the videos, and he did the best he could to try to get them out as much as he could, but it just was too much, and I felt bad because I had no way to help him. But with the PC, he guided me, helped me out, and obviously we've been pumping out a lot of good, like a lot of videos. So obviously I've taken a lot of weight off of him. I've grabbed, I've decided to like throw myself into the pit and like learn to edit to help us out, and it's obviously me learning to edit has helped me grow. Like trying to learn to upload videos on my channel. Obviously, and if I said I was going to take this serious, obviously we talked about it, I decided to get a logo and brand um, set ready in stone to go. Um, so I mean, we decided we're gonna do this. We're gonna do this the right way. We're gonna take it one step at a time. We're gonna go with it. If there's an opportunity that's open, we take it. We're gonna take it no matter what, whatever it is.
Yep.
And so we've been learning a lot. We're still learning, but we're doing it the right way this time. And hopefully, our audience are getting to understand who we are,
Yep.
the original owners and founders of this. Like what went wrong and what we are doing right, and what is it like from the outside? Because this is like pretty much you're the first person to talk like from the outside perspective of it since you've been
Yeah.
away from us. But it's good to see like the outside perspective on how our content has changed because you were there with it,
Mm-hmm.
but now you're seeing it as a viewer standpoint,
As
and
well as doing my own thing
and he's
and
doing yeah
creating my own
exactly.
branding from there,
No, yeah,
and
exactly.
seeing how I've expanded on that side.
So it's good to know
And it's been
that
an interesting process.
we're all doing our best to
Mhm.
improve ourselves to be exact,
Yep.
in every aspect, and learning. We're still learning, so I feel like I learned some more new stuff about each other after a couple of years of absence from each other.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
Mhm.
so
Yep.
yeah, this is not from games or a script. We haven't really like talked. I mean, we've had our little conversations here and there, but
No,
it
yeah.
was like the
So
first
life has
time.
definitely separated us all in some major ways to where communication on a constant basis, just on my end, has not been the thing I've been able to do. Like recently, I had to get a whole new phone due to financial troubles and stuff like that, and just figure things out from there. That's one reason why I live with my aunt now,
Yeah.
and I'm just doing stuff like that as well. So
No, your life has its own ways. The same way I'm a grad student now, and I'm like gearing up to go into like I graduate next year, so I have to think about actually going to the field. I'm not even sure if I'm going to be in Georgia next year after I graduate, depending on where I get a job. So like things
yeah,
are always changing,
Evolving.
evolving, yeah, changing, evolving, morphing into different ways. But despite all that change, again, since 2017, we are still here. We are still talking about this. It all started when I met you in engineering class. You introduced me to Sean. Look where we're at now.
We grabbed something and we took it. We weren't scared. We were willing to take a risk. If it failed, it failed. Yeah, whatever. I mean, we didn't do much, but we decided to stick with it and go with it. And it obviously everything's not going to be perfect. So we had our rough starts or our rough start.
Hmm?
Obviously, Sean left, and then our content creators. It did like really put us in a big hole, but
because a lot of
without
the
the
content was
dedication.
based around the three of us.
Hmm?
Exactly. So the way we had to dig ourselves out is just trust, communication, and just trust the process. It's something like I feel like we did, but we just took it like we just went too fast with, and just being here, all three of us together for the this could lead to like a new opportunity for all of us.
Oh yeah,
And maybe I guess be more communicative with each other again. I mean, that's what I hope this podcast was good for, or like
oh
this
yeah,
video.
definitely.
Obviously, y'all got to learn a little more insight on everyone's perspective, especially, um, you know, Sean. So
Yeah.
just
Well,
gotta just trust yourself and go with it. Don't.
So I think it's a big thing for them to learn more about me, especially because when I was in the org, my name wasn't in everything. I would prefer to be in the background most of the time,
yeah.
kind of running everything from behind, and nor did you even know what I look like. So that's something that people see now because my Instagram is tied to my Twitch
No,
and
yeah.
all
Most
stuff like
certainly.
that. So you can definitely see what I look like just from that because I've decided, you know what, I don't mind having kind of the hidden persona thing, but it's also not as relatable. So where you
Mm.
can see somebody in the face and actually see how they talk and see their different cues from the stuff, all that stuff. Just seeing somebody's face,
No,
looking them
yeah.
dead in the eye when they're talking one night. That's when I've noticed more just by watching people. Like I watch Grizzy,
Mm.
and that's something I noticed with him. He has his webcam in a lot more of his videos and stuff. And I notice I'm more inclined to watch videos like that. People have webcams, so I can see their face and see their reaction, especially when they're doing a whole lot of different stuff.
Mhm. No, yeah, definitely. If you go back and watch the earlier videos on the channel when you went by Raven, like you said, your face wasn't anywhere. You went by we had a PNG bird that we used for your outline at times from Google. It was because like you like I think Angel knows it's like the face of the org even wasn't me. It was Angel. We used Angel on
Yeah.
all of our branding.
Yep.
When you think of GC, you thought of him back from 2017 to 2020, and then things changed.
Even no, even in the yearbook, it was just you
That
guys.
is true. Yeah, when we had our yearbook photo, it was
You
just
didn't
me and
want.
Angel.
You didn't want to be a part of it.
Yeah.
You just
I
didn't.
wasn't asked.
They didn't ask you.
No,
I don't
you
know.
were in the room with us.
You were in the room with us when they took the picture. You just
Yep.
said,
Was
"Yo,
I?
you,
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
I don't remember. I'll be
you're
honest.
building a damn robot."
You were in the room
Oh,
with us.
probably.
Yeah.
But yeah, but Mokhtar was there too, and then it's like, "Yo, like, let's get a pic for the." He's like, "No, I don't want to be a part of these pictures."
Yeah, I didn't like
And
pictures.
it's
I
because
still don't.
it's
But
because it's because the thing is they didn't say like we were gonna fully be in the yearbook. They just said they might put us in the yearbook, And yeah, and then
It ended up happening. I'm like, oh well, I missed out on that.
Well, you know,
It was a cool
I knew
experience.
some people, considering that I was in a class with the dude who ran the whole yearbook thing, and he was like, "Yo, you want to edit the yearbook?" I'm like, "I'm down to edit the yearbook," and of course, I'm gonna put us in it. That was
Yeah.
just a guarantee. But no, definitely, it's just well, looking back on it, it is cool to see how everything has morphed. Cool to see where we have grown as people, where we are now from when we were teenagers starting high school to well after that as adults, just living our lives, developing and exploring the world, learning new experiences, meeting new people, and still somehow being able to talk to each other all these years as if nothing has changed. That's a really cool experience.
I was really thinking like this was like I told Marco like it's gonna be a little awkward for me. It was awkward in general because he asked me if I wanted to on the podcast. I was like, I don't know, man. I'm gonna feel uncomfortable. I was like, I don't know, man. I was like, you do what's best, and I will go along. And yeah, since the moment I joined the damn the channel, I mean, it was just like nothing had happened.
Nothing
It
changed.
seems like
Everything's just all it
it's,
used to be. And those friendships are very hard to come by nowadays. But on yours and my aspect in general, even when we went to high school, you and I always had that aspect because we met in middle school. We had kind of like brother like bond, just being in the JRCC together, doing a lot of stuff together through that. And in high school, you and I never actually had the same classes.
Mhm.
We only saw each other like around the school and lunch and stuff. I actually was around Mokhtar more often than anything, but we still had a very good connection through that as well.
Yeah,
and then the gaming just kept us up together, you know.
Yeah.
So
oh yeah, most certainly. So it's been a blessing that we've been able to stay like this, and like you said, it is hard to come by those friendships. Like I talk to all the people I talked to from high school. I talked to four, which is Angel, Sean, Brandy, and Miguel. Those are the only four people I talked to from high
So
school.
isn't it Miguel I'm thinking of?
Probably the one that
he's
was
a
with
what?
Miguel from. He was
Yeah,
close
I
with
know
me
who.
senior. Angel knows which Miguel. I'm
I
not sure
know
if
what
you know
go.
which.
Those are Miguel I know that would always just flip me off for
No,
just.
Yeah,
those were
yeah,
the
no, it's
ones.
the same one. Same one. Yeah,
It's
Yeah,
the same one.
same one. Yeah, same dude.
That's amazing. I think I still have the Valentine's Day card he got me where he drew a middle finger on it for me.
Yeah, same dude. We all know him. But like those
Yeah.
are the four people I talked to from high school. Besides that, all my friends are with me here at the University of Georgia. So like
I think from my class only I talked to. Well, if we don't count Sean, because I haven't really talked to him in about like 7 years. But if I do, it would be Mokhtar, Sean, and then two people play football with. And that was it.
For
Um,
me, it would be both of y'all and my friend Ariana.
Ariana. Oh, yeah, I do talk to her sometimes, but not as much as used to.
Yeah, I actually I talked to her quite a bit, and I've actually seen her more recently than anybody.
Mhm.
Really, the main person I talked to outside of high school. Everybody else I've met, especially the friend group I have now, people I game with now, I've actually met working with them.
Mm-hmm.
I said the apartment I just lived in was one I actually got by myself with my brother and a roommate that we met at work,
Mhm.
and he was somebody that we used to play game with on the streams and stuff. People that the friend people here know me from my stream. You'll know him as Vontae is his name, and he's just a very chill dude. Also very dumb at times. He's the only person I know in video games that matches my energy perfectly when it comes to how stupid we can be in games. I remember we were playing Remnant from the Ashes, and we were playing so late at night. Everybody was tired for some odd reason. And
Mhm.
this man would just do the dumbest things. Like, let me just go jump off the mat for no reason.
Mhm.
Or try to read some note and mess up a word entirely. And just stuff like that. It was just the most hilarious stuff that we've ever done.
Mhm.
It's just interesting to see the relationships that have either come from that. It's sad to see the ones, well, I can't say sad to see the ones that have gone because I'm not going to lie. I generally don't care about the ones that have gone. Most of them, anyways. I think you know what I'm talking about. We'll keep that in the wrap.
I've got an idea.
But
Yeah.
no, it's two. One of them you actually named, surprisingly, that you still talk to. But it is what it is.
Yeah.
But
damn, we exposed.
it is.
Let's expose.
It's that type of year. But I'm not here to expose people. I'm just here to
Nah,
be honest. I have no reason to lie. It's
no,
just
we're
interesting
here
to see
to
how all
reconnect.
that goes, how all that ties together.
Hmm?
I said we are all just three random dudes from high school that just like, hey, we play video games. Let's go do this. Now I'm sitting here with a triple monitor setup in front of me, two for gaming. I have music set up right here, my Xbox and a PC right here,
Mhm.
and a laptop right here. Like this all came from me wanting to do that, and it's so random for me to think about how this all came to be. Because I remember, and I think you remember Moxar in 2019, before I ever got a PC, the first thing I bought for recording was an Elgato.
I do remember that. Yeah, yeah.
You want to know what's funny? That same Elgato is I still have it to this day. I actually gave it to Vontae
Mm.
so he can record.
Hmm.
And the Elgato my brother uses is actually one I bought after that, and I actually have an upgraded Elgato from that. So it's like
Okay.
everything I had is all transfers down from there.
Okay.
Even the mic I use, I have a Razer Siren Mini, and I've had this for maybe 3 or 4 years now.
Mhm.
This headset I've had it going on maybe 5 or 6. The newest things I have for my setup, my controller, my keyboard, my mouse is just an old generic mouse that came with a computer, unfortunately.
Wait, what controller are you walking with?
I have a Power 8 Elite controller for
You
the
walking
Xbox
with?
Series One.
I'm the only one here that still uses the base Xbox One controller. I have not changed at all.
I still have that too. I have it right here.
No, yeah,
I
like,
have a wired one for the computer that I use.
no, yeah, but like you both have Elite controllers that I assume are like your main things. Me, I have not even delved into it once.
Hey man,
Because my controller, I can put paddles in the back of it here if I want to, but I choose not to use them.
Mhm.
I can detach them so I can put them on as I want to.
No,
And
yeah.
then all the paddles themselves, and I can just have like two paddles or one paddle on at a time.
Mm.
see, our controller represents our personality as well.
Yeah.
Walker keeps it simple.
Simple and classic, as
I
always.
don't. I have to make extra, do extra stuff. So this is
This
me.
controller costs $100. I just want to say.
Hey man, we all do what we gotta do. But I guess before we wrap this up, if there's any last closing comments from either of you.
I just have a question. We mentioned this. We mentioned the opposite side of this earlier.
Yeah.
What is the best moment of gaming you've had in this org?
Best moment of gaming in the org.
When I got asked to join the org.
That's a good
Or
one,
that,
yeah.
or was that just sentimental? Like, do you want like a?
That's a good one, but I think you can find something a bit deeper than that. It's just just like a gaming moment in general.
Okay, this is a gaming moment, but it's not like a gaming like as in we're sitting. It's a gaming as in we're watching.
Yeah.
We I'm not sure if you saw on the channel. Angel and I did vlogs at League of Legends World Championship when they came to Atlanta. Hands down, my top esports gaming moment of all time. It is something I never thought I'd be able to do, and being able to do it with somebody that I just like. Angel is like my number one. Best moment, and being able to see my number one like team there with my number one player of all time there too. Best moment, hands down. Would not trade it for anything.
I want to know what the best moment is for me.
Yeah.
Is when you and I went to DreamHack Monster, and you actually got me to not stop being nervous and actually take a picture of Sonic Fox.
Yeah.
Who's still the overall best fighting game player of all time. And it's crazy to say that I've actually met them at one point in my life.
That was what I think that was my second dream hack. That was your first dream hack, and we saw him
Yes.
coincidentally because he was just sitting down. Like,
Yeah,
is that
we
Sonic
were all
Fox?
sitting there watching. We were sitting there watching a Super Smash Bros. Tournament.
Yeah.
And Sonic Fox is sitting in the row right in front of us.
Yeah, literally, like, is that Sonic Fox? And you're like, yeah, literally.
And Mark's like, take a picture. I'm like, no, I'm good.
Yeah, and I go up to him like,
this man went up to Sonic Fox and said, hey, my friend wants to take a picture with you. So Sonic Fox came over and they took a picture. I'm like, that is the most insane thing ever. And also, that's when the first time I actually met a game developer. Because you and I played Realm Royale for the first time on PC.
Whoa,
when it was just
and we met him. And we asked him about when he was going to bring the game out to Xbox, and he said it was coming soon. And he gave us little packs to use to get little customizations and stuff in the game.
I still have the card.
And it was the most amazing thing ever. This is one thing. What's funny about that is he and I played an exhibition. We got like seconds. Hopped in the tournament, died immediately. I don't know how that translated. Like, we hopped in the tournament and just died immediately after doing so well by playing the game for the first time. I'd never played a game on mouse and keyboard before.
That's true. Yeah, that was your first time.
Yeah, and even to this day, I still can't play mouse and keyboard that well. Like I've gotten good with it because I played Deals with Company a few times. I have yet to put those videos out. They're very dated. I might edit them, put them out on my channel, do stuff with that. It's nice. I have like maybe almost 10 hours worth of content for that, so there's no point in letting that go to waste. But just even from that, just using my mouse and keyboard, I had to change my keyboard too. I went down to using, I think I have what, a 25% keyboard?
Okay.
Well, 25%
25?
keyless keyboard. Well, 60% keyboard I have now. So it's like 25 keyless at this point. I don't like to have the big, massive keyboards like that. Yeah, just like that one.
Like that?
Yeah,
Mhm.
just like that one. My cord is stuck, so I
No,
can't pick it up.
y'all don't
Yeah.
have the massive keyboard like me up here.
I
Jesus
can't
Christ,
do that.
that's
I
Optimus
can't do that.
Prime.
I don't even use the number pad. I only use these main keys here.
See,
So
I
it's like,
I
yeah.
do because I have like coding classes and stuff. But no, I get that. And no, that
I
dream
don't remember how
hack.
to code.
Ooh, no, that dream hack here was really good though. I cannot lie.
Then I went again with my brother and actually ran into y'all. It was hilarious.
Yeah, they're just.
It was the most random. It was the most random. It was
Wait,
like
was
the
it
following
when we
year.
went?
That was,
No,
yeah,
the year after y'all went.
yeah.
Y'all went the following year. I didn't. It was the year after that. I went with my brother and randomly ran into the both of y'all without knowing y'all were going to be there.
Mhm.
It was the
Didn't
funniest
know I
thing
was
in the
gonna be there.
world.
I didn't even
I
know I was
think-
gonna be there.
We
Yeah,
just
it's
all
all
happened to
good.
be walking across, and I just see them like, is that Angel or Monster? What in the world?
Hey man, it's dream hack. You had to know we were gonna
Bro,
be there.
I was goddamn motherfucking walrus, dude. There's no way you're gonna miss me.
Oh no.
You.
But Angel, what
Um,
about you? What was your top?
So like, I think two. I have two, but I think the first one was the Microsoft in-store Halo tournament where we got to meet Tony.
Mm-hmm.
And a bunch of those people. Those guys were cool. I mean, we met them, and we also met them at the esports arena.
At the esports arena, yeah.
We actually got the esports arena to, like our video, and they used our video in their. So we were there for the introduction of the first ever one in Georgia. So we went, we took an opportunity, and gave us some type of publicity. But
I mean, I don't know.
my
For
number one,
for those who don't know Tony, Tony is he is a streamer for Halo, and like he started off around the same time as we did as content creators, but he fully dedicated to casting Halo during the pandemic, and completely took off. That he is now signed as an official Halo caster. They pay him travel to all these events. He's also a Halo community content creator.
he is
Dude
freaking
is
hilarious.
best Halo dude out there. He's the dream to aspire to. I feel like from his growth from being in a scene that was dying to now being a leader in that scene. So
Yep.
that's who Tony is. But yeah, continue on, Angel.
Definitely would be DreamHack. My first one. First one I competed at for Halo. No, it would be the second one I competed at.
The second one you competed, yeah.
Yeah. With little practice, we ended up playing a lot better, and it kind of gave us a bit of a publicity. It helped us out a little bit. Not enough to keep the org alive at the time, but yeah. I mean, first DreamHack, I got to see CS Major. I saw Fortnite College,
You met
Rainbow
Courage
Six Siege
JD.
Bus, Courage JD. There's a Dota World Championship, some good stuff. Watch some Halo, old school Halo. I mean, it was like my first ever moment, but competing, I mean, it did help us a lot, and it's good that we placed well. Obviously, when you look up the sheet, our names on there. So,
Hey, being in the top 12 and being able to actually find that in Halo history was pretty good, especially because that year was the final year for the HCS at the time. So being able to be in its closing chapter that's an all-time top 3 moment, I'd say.
Oh yeah.
yeah, that one right there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I guess,
Hey,
yeah. If you two have, do you two have anything else you guys want to add, or?
I
Think we're good?
I think we've hit everything that we can so far.
All right, what about you, Angel?
together we stand, together we fall, we conquer them all.
God, I haven't heard that in years.
I don't even
I
think
I
it
like
goes
that one.
that.
I've
don't
actually
think-
never heard that one. I like that one.
That was
I
like
just
our,
thought
our
about it right
second
there.
or third quote. I used to use it like on when we did the wallpapers on Instagram. I used to put that one a lot.
I'm not gonna lie. I don't think I remember that. I know
I don't
I have the
think-
wallpaper. I know that, but I know mine was. I think mine was my quote.
Yours was the what was it?
Wake up, conquer, repeat.
Repeat, yeah, that one too.
Wake up, conquer, sleep, repeat. Yeah.
Oh, wait, we never talked about the logo evolution.
Oh sure.
Hey,
Quick
let's-
history. I drew the first logo. Not great. Some dude on Reddit saw it. He went, let me do something for you real quick. I usually make people pay for this, but I'm gonna do this for you because you play Halo. Made the logo that we still use till this day. A whole content pack. Dude usually charges like $50 for his branding. He gave us a whole branding package for free. I gotta find
Oh,
your
really?
Reddit name. Yeah. Legitimately.
Yeah.
Was this when I was still in the org?
You were still here.
Yeah.
This was literally
I don't
in
remember
December.
this.
We were found in December. 2 weeks later, a dude on Reddit's like, let me do something for you. I still have the DM in my Reddit. I'll probably show it when I
Hilarious.
edit this, but like it's still there. I gotta shout him out later in the description. But
Oh, yeah.
yeah. Same branding that we still use is from the one guy who did it
They're
for
like,
free.
Y'all, even he didn't know that. That's something new he learned today. That original logo.
I know the
Bro.
original logo was me and Mokhtar talked about it for a long time.
Bro, what? Okay, what was y'all color scheme? Because that color scheme y'all originally had was not it.
What was the color scheme?
It was like
Was
a
it like purple?
brown, red. It was like a weird.
It's some of the colors we use now, but we had
Purple,
too
like-
many colors going on at the time.
Please,
We
color scheme is purple, and I know one wanted that included. That's my color scheme to this day is purple.
yeah,
My
the
brand is
purple.
all purple, so. And I think that's what I wanted for the most part. And Monster I think added a few other things of, I think a gold accent to it at one point.
Yeah, we still have those watching the stream, you'll still see that the C is like still the gold outline. The G is white, surrounded by the red, surrounded by another circle of white. That's the logo we've stayed for the longest. Our background is no longer like a big rainbow of colors. It's generally like a black with tiles that goes around. It makes it very like clean and sleek. But I know when we started early on, we did a little too much.
It was really pixelated. Wait, what year is it?
It's 2017. It was literally the first month of the org. That logo only lasted like 3 weeks.
I don't think I have the original.
You don't? I can probably find it
I
somewhere.
have the. You remember you sent me the new and updated version.
Mhm.
July 22nd when you sent me this updated version.
For me, I got the current logo in December 26, 2017. So that was 2.5 weeks after the first logo. The OG logo did not live. It was tossed out immediately.
That's a few days after my birthday. That's hilarious.
Exactly, yeah.
Have it? No, right?
I can't find it right now. I'll have to look later. But it was cool. It was the OG logo did live on in our first jersey, if you remember, because we had the purple highlights on the jersey and everything. And then when we had the second generation of the jersey, the purple got replaced with the black. But yeah. I still have everyone's like old banners. Like I can pull out banners from Sean, I can pull out Torx. If you remember JJ Void when he was on the Fortnite team.
Oh my god,
I'm not sure.
the young prodigy that we thought was gonna be the next big thing, and he disappeared.
Yeah. He still follows me on Instagram. It's kind of funny. But yeah.
Is he still the Fortnite prodigy or what?
Found the most random
think
picture.
that's
I don't
Fortnite.
remember what happened with this, bro.
What happened?
I just found like the most random picture from my high school.
Ooh, that was
Wait, who is that?
that's
That's
him.
me.
But he's wearing my cosplay wig that I use at DragonCon.
Yeah, I think that's exactly.
Yeah, I think I still have that. I have a bunch of random
That's the
photos
most
of you
random
guys.
thing.
I have a bunch of random photos of you guys that I will absolutely air out if you guys ever get married. They will be playing on your screen. Do not worry.
Huh?
You heard me.
No. Then of course, this is lore I'll not tell anybody about, but y'all just have to figure it out. This is just this here. This is hidden lore.
That's a good one.
The only Monster and I
That's
know
a good
about.
Those two are good. Angel, that was like Valentine's Day a few years back. And then the Sean one, the pretzels is ooh. I haven't missed a year
Yeah,
since. I have not missed a year.
Trust me, I noticed that, and I was hoping you would. Every single year, even if we don't talk much, I get a text from you about it, and it's like on my birthday every single time, without fail. Nobody in chat, you're not gonna know about this. This is between me and him. So I'll stay that way for a while, so we decide to disclose what it is. Because I have tried so long to forget it,
Mhm.
and for some odd reason, I cannot.
No,
And
I will drag you back
absolutely
into hell
despise
with
you
me.
for that.
You will not escape me on that front.
That reminds me of your one hell of a deer thing you would always send me.
I still have that too.
I know it. Trust me, I think I can tell the message from it.
Well, certainly.
Oh
But
boy.
for those watching this episode, I said half an hour. It's been an hour and a half, so we went over
I
by
know,
a lot.
Man, look, bro. When you're catching up, man, and talking about an idea and a thing you have, you just air it out, man. Don't
But
matter. I
especially
tell
when
you,
we started this when we were kids, and we're all adults now. So it's like a high school
oh,
idea we had when we were freshmen.
Mhm.
We all graduated high school, went on about our lives for a few years, and now we're back talking about it again. It's bound to get lengthy.
Oh yeah.
But if y'all are willing to sit around and listen to it, we appreciate you for it because this is something I feel like a lot of people would really like to see. Okay, we know this org is a thing. We see it every now and then. Why exactly is that the case? And most people probably think, oh, it's probably just these two. No, those more than that. It's me as well who's in this.
Hmm?
And now you guys kind of know more of the story of why that came to be and how this all started.
You got the origin story, our evil villainous backstory, how he started an org to conquer the world. We're gonna go global and really do conquer them all. But thank you guys for being here on this podcast. Not on this podcast. This is a general episode. It was a good catch up and a good way to, like you said, fill in everybody. Like I said, you know me, SMG Frenzy. I go by like 20 different gamer tags depending on where you find me.
that
You know,
boy,
Angel?
that boy, Lego boy.
Lego, yeah, I went by Lego Boy, I go by Bell Boy, I go by Bell, I go by Frenzy. Some people call me SMG, some people call me the Frenchman. It doesn't matter. You know me. You know, Angel, he went from Rights Assassin to Assassin ADC. You know, Sean, he went from
I went from Only Spectre to the Woven Raven, and now it's actually CorvusOkami.
Mhm.
That's my Twitch and my Instagram. My YouTube is actually still the Woven Raven. So if you want to look through all that, you can. I haven't done anything on those in a while. The most recent thing I did on Instagram, you can probably see my post about the Balloon Museum. I'm even on TikTok at CorvusOkami as well.
Okay.
I think I'm on CorvusOkami 1. More recent things on there is when I went to the Balloon Museum, have a reel of that. Just random stuff I do here and there.
But yeah, you can find them at all those links. You know where to find Angel and I. We use, I think, the same tags for everything. My Twitch is SMG Frenzy, Instagram SMG Frenzy, Twitter SMG Frenzy, Threads. What's the Blue Sky? There's another one, but all SMG Frenzy. Angel, I think most of his stuff is Assassin ADC. I think there's one that isn't.
Oh, my personal IG.
Your normal IG is like I am not ADC.
I am not. Yeah.
Yeah, ADC. But his gaming IG is Assassin ADC. You know where to find all of us: Twitch, YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok if you use it. If it's not banned by the time we upload this episode, all the good stuff. But thank you guys for joining us on this journey. We'll have more content. We'll see if Sean comes back for another episode or not. We'll see if we even have gaming videos.
Maybe we don't know.
Exactly.
Put in the comments if you want me back again.
Exactly. But thank you guys for watching this. We will see you guys next time. Take care. Have fun. Stay safe. Drink some water. Bye.